Quickly, she poured a few drops from her jug into her hand and let the tiny bird drink. "Keep your strength," she urged it gently. Her act of kindness filled her heart, even as her jug grew lighter. Welcome to Folktales by Laura. Have you subscribed? If not, please consider subscribing. I appreciate your support. Now, let's get to today's story. Once upon a time, there was a terrible drought gripping the land. The sand was dry and cracked, with not a single flower or blade of grass to be seen. The air was thick with dust and the sun's heat beat mercilessly down, day after day. In a small village nestled between dry gullies lived a young girl named Didi. Though she was just 12 years old, Didi's spirit could not be dampened, even as the villagers grew more worried about their dying crops and thirsty livestock. Each morning she rose early and fetched water from the nearly dried-up stream. One day, as Didi carried her heavy water jug, she noticed a small bird lying in the dust near the path, too tired to fly. Quickly, she poured a few drops from her jug into her hand and let the tiny bird drink. "Keep your strength," she urged it gently. Her act of kindness filled her heart, even as her jug grew lighter. When Didi reached the village, everyone wondered why her jug wasn't as full as normal. "I helped a little friend who needed it more," she explained with a shy grin. That night, Didi had a dream. A powerful voice whispered, "Daughter, your kindness and good heart have not gone unnoticed. I will now bestow upon you a chance to save your people." In the dream, she suddenly found herself on a high mountain, bathed in light and face to face with the sky god. Didi awoke with a gasp but felt no fear. Hurrying out into the still, pre-dawn darkness, she knew exactly what she needed to do. As quietly as possible, Didi packed some food and a water skin, then snuck away from the village toward the mountains in the east, just as the first rays of sun peeked over the horizon. It would be a difficult journey, but she felt the sky god guiding her steps. Around midday, Didi came across a monkey sitting beside a shriveled shrub, rubbing his belly. In exchange for a few nuts from her pack, the monkey led her to a tiny, hidden spring where she gratefully refilled her water skin as the monkey playfully swung in the branches overhead. Further along the dusty path, Didi met a honey-eyed bird crying pitifully for help. Peering into the crevice where the bird flew, she discovered its trapped chick. Carefully, Didi walked the baby bird free. In return, the mother bird flew ahead, leading the way when the path split at a massive baobab tree, wobbling encouragement when Didi grew tired. Finally, just as the sun set, Didi stood at the base of the steep mountain from her dream. Though every muscle ached, she refused to stop until she reached the summit. Step by painful step in the darkness she climbed, ignoring cuts on her feet and hands. Rather than fear the night sounds of howling jackals, she listened for the sky god soothing, "Have courage, my daughter." With the first light of dawn, Didi pulled herself over the peak. There hovering overhead floated the sky god himself, shimmering like heat vapor on the horizon. Shielding her weary eyes from the brilliance, Didi bowed respectfully to the sky god. "Dear sky god, I am only a simple village girl, but I have climbed your mountain with an urgent plea. Please shine your mercy down upon our land and break this terrible drought so that my people and all the animals do not perish." Then Didi crumpled to the rocks, exhausted but with her mission complete. A gentle hand seemed to lift her face as the sky god spoke directly into her heart. "Dear child, your courage and selfless love for all living creatures have opened a way for renewal." Didi smiled woozily. As she watched, his eyes grew large and round. Then he began to cry enormous tears that turned into heavy clouds, spreading across the heavens. Didi rejoiced at the first raindrops pattering around her, though she was too tired to move from the rocky ground. Within moments, rain poured from the clouds with steady, soaking certainty. Hours later, when Didi awoke damp and sore but thrilled, the sky god was gone. Rain still fell steadily as she turned to stagger back down the slippery mountain trail toward home and harvest. The entire village was flooded with water by the time Didi limped back into view through the growing green grass. The people all cheered at sight of their little heroine returning with rain just as she promised. In honor of Didi's brave journey and the sky gods' renewed blessing on their land, the village held its most joyful harvest celebration ever that year. And from that day forward, even during times of drought, Didi could always gaze up at the rain clouds scudding across the sky and remember her adventure. I hope you enjoyed the story. If so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more stories like this one. Goodbye.